Hello everyone, welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner, and I have a really cute card to share with you guys today. Today we're making a card. We're not making a box, but look how stinking adorable this is. So we're going to make this card in just a minute. We're actually going to switch up some of the colors. It's going to be adorable. Alright, before we get to that, there's a lot to talk about. So let's jump right into all of the housekeeping stuff. Alright, today is the very last day, November 10th. Today is the very last day to subscribe to November's Paper Pumpkin. It's going to be 9 treat boxes. You get an exclusive stamp set. You get ink spot. It's going to be an adorable Paper Pumpkin, so don't miss this one. This one is going to start billing. Have not subscribed. Today is your last day to do that, so make sure you subscribe. Alright guys, next week we have our seasonal sale. So this kicks off next Tuesday. This is November 16th through the 18th, so Tuesday through Thursday, I believe. And this is like Stampin' Up's Black Friday sale. This is their big seasonal sale. It's a great sale to stock up on stuff. So what's on sale? So 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies. Now these are all products from the annual catalog only, so the products in the mini catalog will not count for this sale, but you can stock up on all your annual catalog products. So there are tons of stuff. So if you're running low on cardstock, you can save 10% on cardstock. That puts cardstock at $7.87. Or the assortments are discounted all to $8.10. So these are great prices. So stock up on your cardstocks, stock up on your ink pads. Maybe there's some colors you haven't gotten. Ink pads will be discounted to ink pads will be 15% off, but that excludes the ink pad bundles, so you can't get the bundles discounted, and that excludes the third-party stamp pads, which is like stuff like Versamark and Memento stays on. Those kinds of pads will not be discounted. It's just our regular classic ink that's discounted, and you have to buy the pads individually. But all of the colors are on sale, so make sure you stock up on those. If there's colors you haven't gotten, the in colors that will be retiring this year, those are good colors to stock up on if you haven't gotten those, so get those ink pads. Now the other thing that's discounted, and it's discounted 20%, these are the dies. These are a great deal. So what I would do is I would go through, you see I've already marked a few that I need, go through, figure out what you want, make sure you are ready by the 16th. Now, one thing that I did want to point out, I'm going to pull out my catalog to show you this. One thing I do want to point out is, let's say you have a bundle that you want to get. Like you want these dies, you want the stamp set. Do not use the bundle price, because the bundle price is only going to save you 10%. So you can save 20% on the dies, which is going to be a bigger savings than bundling them together. So make sure if you are getting dies that are part of a bundle, make sure you're putting the stamp set and the die numbers in separately, or finding them separately in my online store, because you're going to save more by buying them separately during the sale. I hope that makes sense. So make sure that if you're buying stamps in bundles, make sure you're separating them. Buy the stamp set separately, buy the die separately, because you'll save more by saving 20% on those dies than just saving 10% on the entire bundle. Okay? Otherwise, go through your catalog, find some dies that you maybe have on your wish list. All of the dies in the annual catalog will be on sale. We're using some of them today, so you might add a few to your wish list today. So this sale starts Tuesday. Go through the catalog, get your wish list ready, figure out what cardstocks and ink pads you might want to stock up on the 16th. Okay? Alright, now, if you want to take advantage of even more savings during that sale, you can actually take advantage of the Start with Savings promotion. That's our starter kit promotion. So you can purchase a starter kit for $75 this month. You get to choose $125 in product to put in your starter kit. Now, if you bundle that with the seasonal sale, so if you join during the 16th through the 18th, these seasonal sale prices will be the ones added in your starter kit. So if you want to put some of these dies in your starter kit, you're going to get the sale price, the discounted price in your starter kit, which means you can potentially add more stuff because you're saving more money. So it's a great deal. This is an amazing deal outside of that seasonal sale. But in addition with the seasonal sale, you can really stock up and bundle on some amazing savings. So, but if you do want to join, this is a great time to join. $75, you get to choose $125 in product, plus you get free shipping, plus you get a free paper pumpkin, plus you get all the benefits of being a demonstrator, and there's no obligation to sell or do classes or anything like that. You get to be your own best customer if you want, and no pressure from anyone. All right, last chance if you want this month's card crate. The deadline to subscribe or sign up for this month's card crate is Friday. So I have a link in the video description. You get $20 in product. This month you're going to make 2 of each card, so you're going to get supplies for 8 cards. It features the tidings and trimmings bundle. So if you want this month's card crate, the last day to sign up for this month's card crate is Friday. So make sure you head to my blog, get all the details, and get this month's card crate. All right, this is this month's host code. All orders that use the host code this month will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 or more, your kit with that PDF, and I will mail that to you. Remember to use this host code when you're shopping that seasonal sale. Now, the only exception is if your order is over $150, don't use the host code because you're going to get Stampin' Rewards, so that's hostess benefits. With your order, you'll get free shopping dollars, and you'll still get that make and take kit. So if your order is over $150, don't use the host code. If it's under $150, make sure you use the host code if you want those make and takes. All right, this is the card we're making today. Isn't it so cute? It's so adorable. I love making non-traditional Christmas cards. It's really these come easier to me than like a red and green Christmas card. I love non-traditional Christmas cards, and I want to tell you where the inspiration for this came from. I picked this up at the dollar spot at Target last week. This is a little ornament kit for your pet, and I just love this little greeting, Paws Love and Joy. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make that a card, because this is, I got this. This is where the inspiration came from. So you guys look for inspiration everywhere. All right, so we're actually going to just start with our stamping because we'll be doing some die cutting in a minute. So I'm going to use the Pampered Pets stamp set. This is in our annual catalog, and there are coordinating dies that go with this. We're going to use the dies as well. This is not a bundle anymore. This wasn't, this is not one of our newer stamp sets, so it's not considered a bundle. So you do have to buy these separately. The dies will be on sale during that sale. And this is a great one to have if you have some pets in your life, if you have some animal lovers in your life. This is a great set to have. And I mean, it's not a Christmas set, so this is one that you can really stretch to use year round. All right, so I'm going to ink up our little dog with Memento ink. We're going to stamp him just on a scrap of white paper. Again, we're going to be die cutting him, so have him nice and stamped, and we're going to do some coloring. Smoky Slate, light and dark. We're going to start with the dark Smoky Slate. And let me get my light one ready. And so we're just going to color him gray. You can color him whatever color you want. So I'm going to make, I'm just going to kind of go around the outside with the dark, and anywhere that there's going to be some shadows. So down here where he's sitting, there's going to be a few more shadows. Under his legs here, there's going to be some more shadows. His leg here, there's going to be some shadows here. Anywhere where his fur is kind of overlapping, there's going to be some more shadows. Just down here on the ground, around his collar, under his chin. So I'm really just going around adding some dark. So his little nose there, his ears. So really just wherever you want to feel like that dark. That dark goes. All right, I'm going to bring in my light, and I'm going to go in a circle and just kind of blend them out. That's going to blend out our Stampin' Blends. And you can add more if you feel like there is not enough color, that you want some more defined shading there. You can go ahead and add more. There's no right or wrong way to use Stampin' Blends. You can start with your light if you work better going from light to dark. I seem to always gravitate dark to light, but you can go light to dark too. It doesn't matter. No mistakes with Stampin' Blends. They're so easy to use. They're so good for blending. You get some amazing color. Make sure you go around his eye. Don't color his eye. You don't want a gray eye. All right, so we're almost done. I'm just gonna get his little chin down here. And anywhere that I feel there needs to be a little bit more defined shading, I'm gonna go back in with my dark. All right, so under here, that's good. I'm just going to blend this out just a little bit. All right, now with my dark, I'm going to color his nose, most of his nose. I'm going to leave the very top and then just color that in with my light. All right, so cute. Isn't he adorable? All right, I'm going to go in with my Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to start with my, actually, let's just start with the light this time. We're going to color his collar, but his collar is such a small little area. There's really not a lot of room to do some blending. So I'm just going to color it with the light and then just add in some darks on each side. And that's just going to give a little bit of shading, not shaving. All right. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. All right. We're going to cut him out. So I'm going to get my die, get our little Post-it tape to hold our die down. And I'm going to bring out, actually, before we cut him, let's get the rest of our letters ready. So for our letters, because obviously we do not have, so I'm going to actually use the Playful Alphabet Dies. These will also be on sale in that seasonal sale next week. You can get these discounted, and these are a great thing to have on hand. You never know when you're going to need alphabet dice. So I'm going to do those. I've already die cut the Paws and Joy, so we didn't have to do those. Before I die cut them, I stuck an adhesive sheet on the back of them. So I'm going to show you how I did that with our love here. So I have just a piece of pale papaya cardstock, and I have our adhesive sheets here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of figure out how much I need, and I'm going to cut this away just like that. So you don't need a lot, just enough to cover the back of our letters. And then we're just going to, let's see, adhere this down to our pale papaya cardstock. So this side is sticky, so you're just going to stick that on the back of your cardstock. Change your life when it comes to detailed die cuts or letter die cuts, something like this. They are really going to change your life when you come to adhering them. Now, the hardest part about adhesive sheets is remembering to put them on before you die cut. If you forget and you die cut, you can't add them later. So you have to add it before you die cut. So that's the hardest part, is remembering to do that. All right, so now we're going to put down our letters, our love letters. All right, now we're going to bring in our cut and emboss machine. Our cardstock is prepped. We're ready to go. Let me bring in our big cut and emboss machine. You can use the mini one for this. Both of these will fit down the mini one, but if you were cutting all of these at once, you could cut your dog and all of the letters all at once with the big machine. So I'm just going to stick that on, and we're going to die cut this. Right. Now the dies will cut right through that adhesive. You don't have to worry. You can go back and forth. I recommend going back and forth a few times, but these letter dies they're not too intricate. They're just a little small, so one time is perfect. You can see the back that's cut perfectly. All right. We're going to take these out. We will need to take our pick tool to get it all out of there. Let's get our little dog. Isn't he cute? He's perfect. All right, so I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. We're just going to pop these letters out of here. And the adhesive sheets are on the back of them, so they are ready to go. So, okay. It's going to be like fumble fingers today. There's our O, our V. This is probably, because there's a lot of die cutting and lots of little pieces, this is probably not a card that I would mass produce, but it's definitely a card I would make for somebody who had a pet, or maybe if it's, you know, somebody who has a really cute, this is actually what our dog looks like. So this is why I got this set. But it's super cute, and I think anybody would love it. All right, so let's talk about our other card pieces here. So this one I used Coastal Cabana card base, and then I used the Brights DSP for this DSP back here. This black and white striped DSP is from our Pattern Party DSP. That is our host DSP that you can get when you spend $150. You can use your Stampin' Rewards dollars on that host DSP. That's that black and white pattern. So for today's card, though, we're going to use some Pale Papaya cardstock, and then this DSP is from the Hand Pin Petals DSP pack. So I'm just using this Pale Papaya background here, and then that same black and white DSP from that Pattern Party. We're going to adhere this all down. But before we adhere it down, I want to stick all my letters to the DSP piece. So I'm going to start with the letters that go on the bottom. So I'm going to start with Joy, and these are cut in Coastal Cabana cardstock. On this one, I did cut them in Bermuda Bay cardstock just so they stand off with the bottom row. And so you can see that that backing just peels right off. And then this is a sticker, so we can just line that up. Now I'm not going to press it down too hard right now. I just want to make sure that I get everything where I want it. Once it's where I want it, I will give it a really good burnish. But if we need to move anything, we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to do that. So, and Joy, so our Y. Plus, if I misspell anything, I want to make sure that I can fix that. So don't push anything down too hard, too firmly. Okay, we're going to go on to our love that we just die cut. And you can see how easy and quick this goes with the adhesive sheets. If you were using glue dots or liquid glue, this would be taking much longer. So adhesive sheets are fantastic. They'll change your life. They're pretty amazing. I love them. And adhesive sheets are actually included in this month's card crate. So if you want those adhesive sheets, you can get the this month's card crate and you can try them out with your Christmas cards. All right. All right, we are almost done. We just have one more word to go. I'll bring this card back in so we can make sure we know what we're doing. And again, nothing is really burnished down. We'll go back and do that in a second. So I love these colors. These are they're non-traditional Christmas colors, but I think they really go well together. You could use these colors together year round for sure. Okay. And there we go. One more, guys. I did ask in my VIP group, I did ask a question over the weekend. I did a quick poll and asked what kind of Christmas cards you guys send, how many you send, and how many different varieties, how many do you make? And lots of you say you make designs, so that's good. So this might be one of the designs that you might want to choose. All right, so now I'm going to take my bone folder. Everything is where I want it. So I'm going to take my bone folder and really give that a good burnish. You can even flip it over and give it a good burnish. All of that will stick perfectly. Now, one thing about these little die cuts is you can see those little holes that you use to pop the cardstock out. Sometimes they leave little indentions on your paper. So what I like to do is just go over with my bone folder, and if you just rub those little dots with your bone folder, they will just kind of disappear back into the cardstock. So if you have any of those little dots that are just kind of poking up and you don't like the way they look, just give them a little rub with your bone folder. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, we're almost done. This card goes together pretty quick once we get everything figured out, once we get all the die cutting done. All right. Little few dimensionals on the back of our little dog here. And he's just going to sit right on top of the paws greeting, right up here. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Now, I love this, but I was like, he doesn't look very Christmassy. So I've die cut. This is out of our stocking dies. You can see how tiny they are. Let me show you our stockings dies. These are in the mini catalog. There are little tiny holly leaves and holly berries in our stockings dies. So I pulled those out, and we're going to adhere those. These actually have adhesive sheets on the back of the berries. On the, let me see if I can pull these off. My goodness, this is a tiny die cut. There we go. So we're just going to stick this onto his little collar. Now the leaves don't have the adhesive sheet because they're going to kind of hang off the edge. So I'm going to actually just use some liquid glue for this. You could do the adhesive sheets, but since they will be kind of hanging off his collar, I didn't want to worry with that. So I'm just going to lift up those berries, stick down his little, the leaves there. Isn't that cute? So that really just bumps up. All right, let's start adhering things down to our card. So we're going to set that aside, let those leaves dry for just a second. I have my piece of DSP. This is our black and white pattern from our pattern party set. This is going to go with the open of the card. This is going to go all the way to the edge. Just leave the same border on the top, bottom, right. All right, now we're going to put this down. Hopefully that's dry enough. You can add this down before you stick your dog on. That'll make it easier to put your adhesive on the back. This one you just want to make sure that you have the same border, top, left, and bottom. And there will be a little bit of overlap there. And for that, I have just a little piece. This is just a 1/4 inch long by 5 1/4. This DSP is the Pale Papaya one is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then that striped DSP was 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. So, and then where they overlap, we're just going to cover that up with a piece of cardstock. Good. Isn't that cute? It's coming together so cute. All right, Wink of Stella. I wanted those little holly berries to really sparkle and shine, and you can do this on all the letters too if you really wanted them to stand out. But I just want to do it on the little holly leaves, the holly berries. Cute. All right, finishing touches. I have some white baker's twine. This is from our Essentials twine pack. I'm just going to wrap this around the inside of the card. And we're going to tie a little bow up at the top. Let me make sure I get enough of this. I'm going to tie a bow at the top with the baker's twine. All right, let's see. Pressure's on. With baker's twine, I like to tie a knot first. The knot doesn't take up any room. It's not going to add a lot of bulk to your card, but it does kind of hold everything in place. Do that with linen thread too. It just makes it easier to tie. Okay. We're going to cut that off. All right, now our final finishing touch, I have some sequins from the Artistry Bloom sequins. These are also in the annual catalog. For my Coastal Cabana card, I use these blue ones that come in that set. For this one, I think I'm going to go with these yellow or orange ones. The Artistry Bloom sequins I just love because they'll just kind of pick up the colors of whatever they're on. Really fun sequins. So I'm just going to add 5 of them. I'm going to add 2 up there and 3 down here. All right, 1 more, and then our card is complete. Isn't that cute? I love this card. It's so cute. I don't know. I think I might like the Pale Papaya one even more. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Do you like Coastal Cabana or the Pale Papaya? It's so cute. Either way. All right, guys. Next week here on Wednesday, I will have another card, but it's a pretty stunning card. I think you're going to like it. I will be live also in what we're going to make. So that's all you're going to get. All right. We're going to make that on Sunday for week 7 of my 12 weeks of Christmas. In the meantime, if you are on Facebook, please share this with your stamping friends. And if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.